Hey YouTube, what it do, baby? This is Xblsx coming to you with another commentary. If you're new to my channel, thank you for checking it out, and if you've been here before, thanks for sticking around. So this match was a dual swarm on Cove. I was playing with Faded Dreams, COD God Thor is one of his clan members, and another guy that we had just picked up, a guy named Xblsx. Breeze and I both hit swarms. He got his after I did, right towards the end of the match. I ended up going like 41-7. And I'm not sure what Breeze got, but basically we just beasted the shit out of these kids. We ended up finishing the match in like 5.5 minutes or something ridiculous. And that's with 2 randoms on our team. But you know how we do. Another pub successfully stomped. So this match I was running a Type 25 with stock, quick draw, and fast mag. I was using lightweight, hardline, scavenger, and dexterity for my perks. And my score streaks were the lightning strike, the VSAT, and the swarm. So as you can see, this match started out a little slow for me. It took me a little bit to get the pace picked up. I was running around, picking up kills around the outside of the map. And it wasn't until I was a few minutes in before I picked up my VSAT swarm. Now I can't remember for certain, but I'm pretty sure that I stacked lightning strikes. Like I got one relatively early. And you'll see me get killed off that streak here soon. But I just forgot about it and ended up playing over it and getting another set of streaks. Now, I don't normally do that, but it does happen. So I've heard a fair amount of people bitching about this map. They don't seem to like it, and I could understand that, especially if you're trying to work the middle. So I decided I'd give you guys some tips and tricks that I picked up from playing this map. Now, if you've been watching the gameplay, you can see that I stick to the beaches. I don't go into the center at all until I throw up a VSAT. And that's really the best way to play on Cove. The center of this map really has too many lines of sights and too many different ways in, so you could think you have an area cleared and come in and have like 3 people jump out from beside you. Or if you're Mr. Sevens, you could have people spawning inside of you. But that happens whether or not he's on Xbox. But back to the point, before I get too off topic, basically I just avoid the middle. I run around the outside, and you probably noticed that most COD players are like salmon. When you spawn with your teammates, they all seem to just go in the same direction. A tip for this map that I find really useful is when I spawn, everybody runs off on one side, so I don't have to compete for kills. I rotate back the other way. This tends to be really helpful for catching the enemies when their spawn gets pushed by the larger group moving in the opposite direction. And as an added bonus, you don't have to worry as much about catching stray bullets meant for other people or people such as myself stealing your tags. It's also a lot harder for an enemy to hold a position or try to camp it out if you've got somebody rotating back around up behind their spawn. Let's see, also Cove has a lot of good cover for rushing around the outside ring. The one problem with it is that the corners tend to be kind of blind if you're coming in near the walls. And a lot of people like to camp in the straightaways and just try to watch the corners, at least in my experience. So if you don't have quick draw, you can just go ADS and walk around the corner quickly, not camp or fucking wait for somebody, but walk around the corner ADS, and you'll catch somebody camping or in certain spots or head glitches, and you can usually get them. Another good way to take corners is to use a lot of lethals, like smoke grenades are really helpful, obviously EMPs and concussions. I'm not a huge fan of flash grenades, but I mean, they'll work. And besides the obvious advantage of using those tactical equipment, there's also the added bonus of getting like a mini UAV, because you throw it around a corner blind, then any hit markers that you get will give you a general idea of where the enemies are. Essentially, it's like using a sensor grenade, only it's actually useful. So that's about it for working the beach, unless you're like the head glitchy type, in which case there's tons of debris on the beach that you can use as cover as you're moving up and down the beach. I don't ever recommend just camping in one spot, especially not in this game mode, but it will help you out if you're trying to advance against a team that's actually skilled. So as for the inside of this map, I only really turn into it when there's a VSAT in the air, or at the very least a UAV. I will never turn into the center of this map blind, except for maybe on domination, but that's because that's where the B flag is. But so long as you have the air support, it's okay to turn in, you'll do alright, and it's a good way to really work the enemy team. Like if you ever get a stealth chopper or you rock escort drones, you can just sit in the middle, especially with a VSAT up, and you will just decimate the enemy team. If I'm not playing for swarms, I like to really run a class that has an AGR, stealth chopper, and an escort on. and I'll drop a stealth chopper right in the middle, and I'll keep running around the outsides with a escort drone over my head, and I'll throw an AGR into whichever spawn point they last held, so when they get forced back into it, it should still be there. At least it will be if you're moving quickly. And I think that about wraps it up for me for this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that like button, leave a comment, drop some hatred if you need to, whatevers. And if you have any ideas or requests for other maps you'd like to see me do for a series like this, just let me know, leave a comment down below, and I'll see what I can do. So yeah, that's about it. Dingo Boodang, it's Xblsx 9 signing out.